First of all, I'd like to thank I thank the Ubutwari leadership that organized this function. We have been longing for it. You did well to prepare it, organize for it. We thank each and everyone who managed to attend. May God bless you. We thank this country's leadership that accommodated us. They gave us space when we were refugees. Not every country. But the leadership of this country did a good thing to welcome all these people and those who did not manage to come here. The president of this country made a speech on the day of planting a tree. He said that, fellow Ugandans, ladies and gentlemen, I urge you to plant just one tree. That the time will come and that tree will grow up and become a huge tree, and then the birds of the air will just stand on it and sing. And they will be saying that the man who planted this tree is a great man indeed, and we do recognize him. The birds will sing. What do we mean by birds? There are these refugees, orphans. They are the refugee widows. There are these poor people that came after everything got snatched from them. There are these poor people who are just taking shelter in the shadow of this country. The leader of this country is a huge tree. All these people are getting sheltered under its shadow. We do eat, we drink, simply because this country is taking care of us. I do request those who will get upon an opportunity to talk to the leaders of this country, please tell them that we do appreciate. I would like also to urge each one of us to leave a good legacy in this country as we will be going back to our homeland. The Apostle Paul once told Philemon that let it be so for me to see you of a good value in the Lord. We have to leave a good legacy in this country as faithful men, so that wherever we have already left, they will be saying that good men once lived here. We thank God for having given to us General Rukunda Makanika. We thank God that gave to Banyamulenge a wonderful country, Congo. That country is ours, no one can snatch it from us. Before it came to be called Congo, we were staying on its land. soil.
Nubwo abaturanyi bacu b'Ababembe bazabikubita ku mutima bagafata ikitaka bakakirya ngo turi bene isi, kiriya gihugu comatanye n'umunyamurenge ni igihugu cyacu.
Even though some of our neighbors often claim that it's theirs alone, that country is ours. It is our country.
Tugiye kuvuga amateka ya General Rukunda Michel Makanika.
We are going to share with you the history of General Rukunda Makanika
and
all those heroes that are laid to rest with him in Kakangala. We can't dare talk about the history of Makanika without leaving behind the history of all other heroes. We can't talk about the General Rukunda Makanika without talking about Congo. We are going to shortly combine the two. We are simply going to talk about the history of General Makanika. There is a French person that used to say that great people are born in a time of a crisis, the great wars. Great men are born in a crisis, a period of crisis. Great times of great wars gives birth to great men. All the great men you do here that left great legacies, they came to exist during periods of crisis. The history of General Rukunda Makanika is going to get divided into three parts. Part number one, we're going to talk about who he is, his courage in the line of so many other heroes in the world, in Africa, in our country, Congo, and among our people. We are going to talk about him in that order. Part number two, we're going to talk about his accomplishments, loving the country, loving the nation, the people, and sacrificing himself for it, and the loving God. Part number three, we are going to talk about the possible lessons we do draw from his courage and even death. Those are the three parts we are going to base to.
Rukunda Michel yavukiye mu Gitoga mu mwaka w'igihumbi kimwe magana mirongo irindwi na gatandatu.
Rukunda Michel was born from Gitoga in the year 1975.
Hari abari banditse ngo ni muri mirongo irindwi na gatanu ariko twaje kumenya makuru neza ko ari itariki imwe ukwezi kwa mbere mirongo irindwi na gatandatu.
There are those who had said that it was 1975, but came to know that it was not that, but it was 1976. He was born from Gitoga.
Ise yitwaga Rutubuka Petero.
His father was Rutubuka Peter.
Nyina akitwa Sada.
And his mother's name was Sada.
Ise yari umugabo w'intwari yageraga izina ry'icihimbo. Iryo zina na Makanika yitwaga ngo Sindabamikwa. Makanika iryo zina yararikundaga cyane abantu batamuzi yitwaga izina rya se ry'icimba abasaza bakera bageraga amazina y'icimba ngo yagaza yitwa ngo Sindabamikwa.
His father was having indeed a great name, and even Makanika came to inherit it. That name was Sindabamikwa.
yize amashuri abanza mu Bitoga aza kuyakomereza ku Kabingo mu Minembwe.
He did his primary school from Kitoga and he came to continue with it in Minembwe.
Ababyeyi be bimukiye ku Munyi yiga amasomo 3 ya secondaire.
When his parents shifted to Monyi, he did his 3 years of secondary school from there. When it comes to 1995-94, Makanika went to continue with his studies in Rwanda, in Gitarama. When he had just begun his school, they heard that the government of Zaire at that time had came up with a plan to kill all Banyamulenge. So him and many other young people was with him. They said we can't just sit down and watch our fathers getting killed. So they decided to enroll into the army so they could defend their place. That's where his historical time began from.
Nizina bamwitiga ko igashora babonye ari umusore uwagiraga akaryo ushobora gufungura ivyuma byose gufungura imbunda no kwifunga no kwikora byari bimworoheye abasirikare ngo bamure baravuga ngo uyu ni umumekanisiye bamwita izina rya Makanika igako niho ryatangiye.
They went through an intensive training, and even the name Makanika was one he got throughout that training, whereby they could see him easily fixing all mechanical problems. They said, this one is a mechanic. Remember that it was just sometime after Rwanda genocide. But even our own Congo wasn't at peace. From the year 1990 in Congo, there was a terrible political crisis. In 1990 there was a conference which was called Sovereign National Conference. The works involved in that conference took almost 2 years when they were not completed yet. Let me remind you that the Banyamulenge delegation that was invited in that conference got chased out simply because they were told they are not part of Congo. One of them is late Mutambo Joseph, and he was with Mushambara and many others. They got chased away simply because they were told they are visitors. But again, when it comes to 1994, they came to start this council. This was a special committee which was made with the 700 members.
Vice President w'inteko yari Azuruni Bembe Mubembe bashiraho iyo komisiyo ngo ije kwiga ibibazo bya droit de l'homme muri este ya Congo. Nibwo ex-fare n'interahamwe zari byaraye byavutse bihunga genocide. Komisiyo vangu yari igiye kwiga ibibazo bya droit de l'homme, bagiye no kwiga ibibazo bya security. irya komisiyo iragenda ngo igaruke itanga raporo iravuga ngo este ya Kongo irimo abantu b'abanyamurenge batari abanyagihugu bagomba gusohoka.
Among this commission came out a committee they came to call a Vangu report, and this was made with extremist people who were strongly against Tutsi people, and their responsibility was to learn to study about the security of Congo and on how Banyamulenge are not part of Congo. In 1996,
Guverineri wari Bukavu atanga iminsi 6 ngo abanyamurenge bose bagomba kuba bavuye ku butaka bwa Kongo. Iminsi 6 abantu bose murabizi ni ibintu twabaye mutware kubonye n'amaso.
The Bukavu governor gave just 6 days for all Banyamulenge to have left Congo.
Icyo gihe babana barimo Rukunda Michel bagiye mu gisirikare kugira ngo zatabara uko barambuka bahagarika genocide.
At this time, the other children I told you, including Rukunda Makanika, they went back to Congo and they stopped that genocide. You saw them, this Nicholas Gakunzi Kravero, his Kayoyo.
Michel Rukunda Makanika yari umusirikare wabo ariko yari umusirikare w'Kintu ariko wagazura machine gun.
Rukunda Makanika was the youngest of them, but he was handling a machine gun.
Abari barateguye kutwirukana no kutumaraho muri 1996 nibo bahunze dusigara mu mihana kubera ubutwari bwabo.
Those who had planned to completely destroy us were the one who got chased away instead due to the courage of these people, these men. He was indeed a hero. Today, as Banyamulenge people were talking about Rukunda Michel, as one of the many heroes that are talked throughout the world. We do talk about the general as Israel always remembers Moses. We do talk about General Rukunda as Black Americans always commemorate Martin Luther King, who fought against the injustice that was administered to black people. We will forever talk about Rukunda Makanika as Greek people always remember Alexander the Great who fought for them. We do talk about Rukunda Michel as French people talk about Charles de Gaulle, Jeanne d'Arc, Napoleon Bonaparte. We will always remember about General Makanika whenever on 19 February. We will always remember him as Africans do remember their heroes like Kwame Nkrumah, like Lumumba, like Thomas Sankara, in the modern Ivory Coast. We cannot forget about Rukunda Makanika as a people because he is one of those who came before him. They are the heroes that came before him, and they are also those he left behind that are continuing with his legacy. As I began, I told you that great men are indeed born during great times. I'm going to take you through different wars that Banyamulenge people have been fighting. Number one war that Banyamulenge fought in that country is the war against Bateretere. The traitors. This was the time, during the time of slavery, whereby there was this triangle commerce whereby these Arab people could be moving around buying people, slaves.
Muchaze ari wayoma ya Kongo aba Kongo baraguzwe imanyema baraguzwe ahantu hose ngo bagare ngo abanyamurenge barwanya abateretere nta munyamurenge ugeze uja gukora umucakara. In what was then called the Kingdom of Congo, people were taken from different parts as slaves. But when they reached the Murenge, the Banyamurenge fought, and there was no any single Banyamurenge who was ever taken as a slave. The second one is the war they fought against the Batwa and the lions and any other kinds of animals. The Banyamulenge were the very first people to stay in that forest. It was a country covered with dense forest. The Batwa were found there, they started feeling uncomfortable with these new occupants, and they began fighting with them. Lukunda Michel, father,
ndamwibuka yari umugabo w'intwari hari umugabo wanavuza kwiba inka za gitimba rutubuka aramufata n'amaboko kandi uwo mugabo yari afite intwari amacumu ariko rutubuka aramufata undi mugabo aramutema wa mutwe baramwica yari yaramazika.
I do remember he was a courageous man. One day there was thieves coming to steal Gitimba cows, and he brought them and killed them.
Iyo ntambara y'inyamaswa barayirwanya Rumenge vubikira y'ishintare. Nejo bundi muri imyaka yafatura imirimba umugore ngo nyirakabundi yateye intare. Hari muri Bongo menage narabibonye nari.
They successfully fought this war against the lions, and there are some tangible examples of people who killed lions.
Intambara ya gatatu ni intambara y'uburenganzira. Igihe cy'abakoro, igihe cya Congo Belge.
The one number 3 is the one they were fighting against their rights during the Belgian occupation.
Abantu babaye muri kiriya gihugu ba mbere.
Like people who resided in that country first, we had chefferies, we had groupments, but colonialists took everything from us. They fought that war too. After that war, we got involved into political wars. After Gisaro died in 1980, there were laws talking about citizenship.
bakavuga ngo aba ni abayimigire bagomba gusubira iwabo mu Rwanda ntabwo ari abanyigihugu kandi muzi ukuri
texte zose nta texte n'imwe nta tegeko na rimwe ritwambura ubwenegihugu nk'abanyekongo uhereye igihe bagabuye Afurika.
And the Eastern authorities manipulated the government laws, and they came up with a decision that we are no longer citizens, but we are just taken as immigrants, that we have to go back to our home. Do you remember whereby we were denied to vote? Banyamulenge fought such wars. In 1964, the Banyamulenge fought the Pierre Mulele War.
Pierre Mulele yazanye intambara avuye muri Hozayi Lumumba yaramaze gupfa none iyo ntambara barwana n'ubutegetsi bwari bari bwa Mobutu. Iyo ntambara yakwira ngere mu gihugu ciwacu bafureho hari intwaro bari bazikuye Tanzania. Ideology ya Mai Mulele yavuye Tanzania. Noneho babidariya baraza batangira kurwanya baraprofita baravuga ati ubwo tubonye intwaro aba Banyamulenge tugomba kubirukana bagataha.
Mai Mulele rebellion came from Tanzania, and they had by then got enough weapons, so they said, since we have got enough weapons, we have to fight against this Banyamulenge. They must go back to where they came from.
Muri 1965 umugabo witwa ngo ni Karoli Mushishi Rusimbana.
In the year 1965, a man called Charles Mushishi,
mwishenge bwa mbere niho yakoresheje ijambo asansibiza Abanyamulenge ngo nimuhaguruke twirwaneho. Ijambo twirwaneho ryatangiye muri 1965. Mushishi abwira abantu ngo tuzotega amajosi ngo abapfure batwice nubwo tudafite intwaro ariko tuzobarwanya dupfe ariko abasigaye bahari. Ijambo twirwaneho kubaho rya mbere ni uwo mwaka mwishenge arariforonsa avuga ngo nimuhaguruke twirwaneho twegufite.
In the year 1965, this man called Charles Mushishi was the very first to boldly tell people that we wouldn't take our necks to be cut off, but we have to stand up and defend ourselves. That means that this is the right time whereby the word Twirwaneho was the first mentioned. In 1966, in Kafinda, they were fighting with the arrows against people with the weapons. He got shot and he died. People fled and went back to the valleys. And after that, they approached the Mobutu soldiers and they managed to get to secure weapons. Then they came up as a renewed Twirwaneho team as they began again fighting against their oppressors. Twirwaneho, the one who was leading was Gakingi. In the Kabombo, Rusinzwa was the one leading us. He used to plead asking for weapons. In the Minembe, the one leading was Muyoboke Toma. And they were working together with others. Mibogobogo, it was Chief Muganwa. In Uramba, it was Chief Rugazwa. And so many others.
Makanika azamurugo ruhererekane rw'intwari.
Makanika came in this line of heroes.
Ahandi hagira ngo havuga ijambo kandi muritegere.
I would like to mention something here and I urge you to listen to it.
Muzamusoma Bibiliya igitabo cy'ibyakozwe n'intumwa 7:44 aravuga ngo Isirayeli bari mu butayu ngo bari bafite ihema ry'ubuhamya. Ngo iryo hema ry'ubuhamya basogokuruza ngo bari bararihawe na basi. Amaze ngo riba uruhererekane ngo kugeza Musa ashaje arisingiriza Yoshua nawe amaze gufata igihugu arisingiriza Dawudi kugeza ngo kugihe cya Dawudi.
It is said in the Bible that they of Israel were having a tent of testimony from generation to another until it reached Moses. Then Moses passed it to until it reached David.
ndagira ngo nibaze nawe wibaze muri kino gihe ubwoko buri mu butayu ubuhamya ufite n'ubu.
I would like to ask all of us to think about it. In this period that you are passing through wilderness, what kind of testimony do we have?
Hari abagabo babiri bo muri Canada bavuze amagambo abiri atandukanye kandi akomeye. Umugabo ngo ni Gastomiro yaravuze ngo na amagambo bavuze muri Gifaransa ariko ndayasemura.
There are two Canadian men that mentioned two different things.
Gastomiro yaravuze ngo tant que l'indépendance n'est pas faite et le reste à faire. Ni ukuvuga ngo ubwigenge butaragerwaho ngo haba hakiri umukoro wo kubuharanira kugeraho.
He said that as long as our independence is not yet complete, we still have efforts to make it complete.
Uburenganzira bwacu nk'ubwoko,
Our rights as a people,
ubwenge nta buzobuduha ku mbehe nk'akado.
it isn't going to be given to us as a gift.
Ubwigenge bwacu
Our freedom,
nta buzobuguha.
no one is going to give it to you.
Isi nta mbabazi igira.
The world is not that merciful.
Uburenganzira bwacu tuzobuharanira.
We are going to fight for our own rights.
Muri kino gihe dufite intwari yatabarutse ariko yaharaniye uburenganzira bwacu. Ubu yavuye mu mubiri ariko impamvu irahari ni kuhayikora.
Today we are having a hero that has been taken away from us. He fought for these rights. Now today that you are remembering him, what are you doing?
Abandi basore baratabaye uricaye.
Some other young people, they have gone join others and you are sitting
Abandi
here.
bazatanga imisanzu tutanga umusanzu.
Others are just making their contribution and don't make yours.
Tusenge igihugu.
You don't pray for your country.
Intambara ni nk'imwe general avuye kuvuga niyo kuri WhatsApp gusa.
The wars we are having are like the ones that the general just mentioned. We are fighting on WhatsApp.
Ndagira ngo wibaze ese amakuru uvuga y'abarwanashyaka ni amakuru ateye ate? Ni amakuru y'incamugongo aba uri kuraremesha abantu gutaha mu gihugu.
I would like to ask you, think about it. What kind of news are you spreading around?
Yarasinzira impamvu yarasigaye ni kuhayikora.
He slept, but you are still there. What are you doing?
Umugabo wa kabiri navuze muri Canada yavuze amagambo ateye ubwoba kandi ababaye.
The second Canadian man I mentioned, him mentioned very great words.
George Do yaravuze ngo nous sommes des conquis comptables. Sinzi niba mumfashe amagambo. Nous sommes des abantu ngo basizwe ariko turanyuzwe ko twatsinze.
He said that we are happy, conquered people. We got defeated, but still we are happy.
Dufite leta itwica ariko turanyuzwe kuba muri iyo leta.
We have a government that is committed to killing us, but we are still proud to be part of that government.
Turi impunzi ariko turanyuzwe.
We are refugees, but still we are contented.
Umuntu azatekereza iyo umuntu w'umugabo w'umunyamurenge, umugore w'umunyamurenge afata audio akaja kuri WhatsApp akavuga ngo leta ya Kisekedi ntiyatwije. C'est un conquis comptable. Yaratsinzwe ariko aranyuzwe. Muziki munyuje le miette ubuvungukira udufaranga bamuha agahitamo kuvuga ngo nta nkazagezwe muri kiriya gihugu uri umunyamurenge ukavuga ngo nta bantu bapfa ukavuga ngo ni amahoro. The conquis comptable.
These are the people who are happy even if they are defeated. They are just enjoying the little they are being given.
The conquis comptable. Igice cya kabiri nashakaga ngo tuganire n'imirimo y'ubutwari bwa nyakwigendera ntiyapfuye arahari.
In the second part, I would like us to talk about the works or the achievements of General Makanika. He's not dead, he's still there.
Umurimo wo gukunda Imana.
His love for God.
N'intwari Makanika kazirya ntwari zose zose. Abanyamurenge ntfo isoni zo kuvuga rya jambo ryo mu Heburayo rivuga ngo tuvuziza abakidiyoni n'izabaye futa tukavuga ngo n'izababisheri Makanika.
He is a hero.
Twari bazinije umuriro ugurumana warugiye kwitwika abavyeyi warugiye kwica ubwoko no kurimba. N'intwari y'Imana.
He is a hero like many other heroes we do remember. Like when we get into the Bible and they talk about this of Jephthah, Gideon, that extinguished the fire that was going to destroy people. He is indeed a godly hero.
Yari yaramenye yuko gukorera Imana ari ugukorera abantu. Reka mbabwire nta mfubyi yarize iri kumwe na Makanika, nta mupfakazi. Naganiriye nawe turi mu ihuduma iguniya twembi.
He had fully understood that serving people is serving God, because there was no orphan or widow that suffered under Makanika.
Ambwira umutwaro agira w'imfubyi n'abapfakazi b'abasore bari basizwe baguye irundu. Uwo munsi yarambwiye ngo ijuru ntarambirwa asa kumbuye nk'abataje sinzorohe kugira iryo juru nzaritahamo, ariko kandi hano kuri isi nzofasha abapfakazi babo, nzofasha n'imfubyi zabo. Yari yaramenye ko gukorera Imana ari ugukorera.
He told me how big the burden of orphans and widows is carrying, and he said that as long as I live, I will always help to my best.
Yari yarasobanukiwe yuko itoro nyaryo ari rifasha imfubyi n'abapfakazi.
He had come to fully understand that a godly religion is the one that takes care of orphans and widows.
Uzobaze imfubyi n'abapfakazi b'abasoda b'abasirikare bazokubwira amakuru yo Makanika singiye kuyahimba hano n'ukuri.
Ask the children and the women that were left behind by soldiers about Makanika, on how he took care of them. As he was leaving, he once said that I was the eyes of the blind, I was the feet of the lame, that I could make the hearts of orphans rejoice. He could make the hearts of orphans and widows rejoice. He has passed away, as we already mentioned. He was like a huge tree whereby he was sheltering these widows and the orphans. He made these Wafurero and Banyintu found their families. He showed love to them. He helped so many poor children, found their families, and he showed them love. This is a really great lesson we do have to learn, whereby one reaches the level of loving his own enemies. Once in this country we are in, there existed two great men. And there was one man, as he has mentioned.
baravuga ati Kivenge turabizi yuko Idi Amin yakugiriye nabi uno mwanya baguhurije ahantu umwe biwe na Idi Amin ufite pistol we ntacyo afite uwo mugenzi nibyo yakugiriye byose.
And these two men were doing wrong to each other. Then it came to happen that one of them went to America, and as he was there, he was interviewed by journalists. They asked him, if you find an opportunity to see your oppressor without a weapon, what are you going to do?
Kivengera arabasubiza aramubwira ngo nofata ya ntwaro hanyuma ngo nkamureba mu maso ngo nkamubwira ngo excellence akira intwaro yawe ngewe mfite yanjye baramaze atese yawe ni n'urukundo.
And they said that I will take the same weapon, I hand it back to him as His Excellency. Then I will tell him that I'm having my own weapon, which is love.
Makanika yere sabanzi b'abanyamurenge urukundo yarabubakiye amazu yarabashingiye yaciye umuhanda wa reconciliation. Si muri abo banzi bacu gusa habe no mu bwoko bwacu abatarasengana ubu ariko basengana abatari bakivugana aya macakubiri yose aracari ino nimuve ivuzi mu mujuru.
General Makanika showed great love to his own enemies. He has built houses for them. He has bought cows for them. He has did everything he could to try to reconcile the two groups. In his love for the country, he served his country as a trust, as a faithful servant. He helped people protecting their things, their properties.
bamutuma amateritwari abiri juguna irumu na koreyo na amateritwari abamo bakodeko bakomeye bari baramaze abahema ahakora akazi keza ngo buce barahamukura leta imubwira icyizere imwohereze iwarikare muri base militaire agezeyo yari promi nubwo yari itarasohokira nka general ariko position na fonction yari arimo byari bimuhesheje umugenerali w'igihugu hanyuma ari warikale ziriya ntambara ubutegetsi bubi butangira kwica abaturage b'abanyamurenge aravuga ngo ngomba kuva muri comfort.
He has been moving from one place to another, getting appointed to different positions to serve his country, and wherever he was given to serve, he wholeheartedly served until he reached to Warikale, whereby he took his last decision to leave his comfort behind and join his people. He left so many cars, so many vehicles. He left good houses in Bunia. He left all those he had to go and fight for his people. He left great honors. He was the second in authority. And he left everything behind for his love for the people. Mami, father-in-law,
yaravuze ngo kubita ibyubahiro hasi hanyuma ngo icubahiro kikukurikire yasize ibyubahiro ikicubahiro apfa asinziranye yasize ibyubahiro imana icubahiro tuzahora tumwibuka igihe cyose.
He once said that break down all kinds of honors, then the honor will follow you. Makanika left behind all other honors, then God gave him one honor that will make all of us remember him for eternity. He loved his people to the extent of sacrificing himself for for it.
Apotre Jean yaravuze ngo nta rukundo rukomeye ruruta nk'umuntu watanze ubugingo bwe kugira ngo abandi babe.
The Apostle John said that there is no great love except that of someone sacrificing his own life for others to live.
Urukundo ruheruka.
A great love.
Yakunze ubwo.
He loved his people.
Yakoze imirimo myinshi titwayirangiza.
He did great works. We can't talk about it all.
Muri gumino ya kabiri iwe n'abisoko bamaze guhura na groupe de 47 murabyibuka. Bagize projet y'imyaka 5 baravuga ngo kino gihugu cy'umurenge yari territoire ya Minembwe kiri enclave tugomba gukora imihanda noneho igihugu cyacu kigasabana n'andi ma territoire ya Congo no ibintu byacu bikaza bija ku masoko bakora projet yo gukora umuhanda bakoze umuhanda mu turere twose uyu wacu mu bijombo ndo munyabijombo wahereye kuri Rwerera mu bijombo urazamuka uca mu bijombo ugera kwa Babumba Kagogo Irango ryose mu Gisura uragenda no na za Mugogo uzoja guhura n'undi wo mu Magunda ukinjira ugahora n'uwo mu Magunda.
General Makanika with his friends, as they were in Gumino, they came up with a project to build roads so as to connect Minembwe with the other Congolese territories.
Muhanda wa Kamombo wa mu Mibunda watangiriye kuri Rwerera kwa Ntaberwa urakukura ugera mu Marunde uramanuka Turambo uragenda kwita kwitara uwundi za Gikuku uzohura n'uturuka Itombwe uwundi urazamuka urarenga mu Ruhamarika za Gasuma uzohura n'urenga mu Mikenge hejuru za Rugabano.
They built different roads as they were trying to connect one place to another, connecting places together for us to be fully communicating.
Arundi waturutse mu isoko Rwerera urazamuka uzohuruka mu Ngombo ndagira sinzi nimba mbivuga biri ariko uzogenda ugahura n'uwa Poezero ukamanuka ugahura kuri Poezero ni aho muhanda. Icyo mvuga ni no mu Rwanda wa
What am I talking about with this?
He
was indeed an individual and a practical man. When he passed away, he had already begun with more projects due to his love for the people and for the country. What are the lessons we do draw from him? It is said that you have to get to know the history because it will help you understand the present and also help you plan for the future.
Il faut étudier le passé, comprendre le présent et envisager l'avenir. Kwiga amateka bigufasha kumva none aho no gutegura hazoza.
Learning history will help you understand the present and also help you plan for the future.
Amasomo dushobora gukuramo nayahe?
What are the lessons we do learn from this?
Kunda amagambo Dawidi yavuze muri Zaburi yaravuze ngo ntarababara narayobaga.
I like the words that David once mentioned. He said that before I suffer, I used to get lost. But that suffering was so beneficial to me for me to keep respecting your laws.
yamuhagurukije iracyahari tugomba gukomeza iyo mpamvu iryo ni isomo rikomeye mu bwoko.
The laws of General Rukunda Makanika has to give us a lesson for us to be strong enough to learn from him.
Mwanditsi yaravuze ngo muzamwibuka ababayoboraga kera muzirikane imirimo y'ingeso zabo mwigana urugendo rwabo.
One writer once said that always remember those who used to lead you, imitate their actions as you are following in their vision.
Yabaye umuyobozi mwiza yatanze umurongo muri twirwanaho ubu hari amavubi yapfuye ku minsi 19 kuri 21 bafata minembwe ibigaragaza ko yari yaratoje ingabo ze. Isomo nuko dukomeza impamvu.
He was indeed a great leader. As he was leading, he also trained and make a right path for the army was leading, whereby even after he died, those he left behind conquered and they captured Minembe.
Yarangije urugenzi rwe amaze guhuza ubwoko hari muri kariya gace. Tugomba kugira ubumwe.
He completed his journey after he had united all the territories and all the nations around. We have to be united as one. We don't have to mourn for Makanika.
Yesu yabwiye abayuda aravuga ngo ntimundirire ahubwo nimwirire mwebwe n'abana banyu. Nimwirire mwe mukiri mu macakubiri. Nimwirire mwe mukiri kuja kuza WhatsApp mugambanira ubwoko.
Jesus once said the Jews that don't cry for me. Instead, cry for yourselves and your children. Cry for yourselves as you keep moving around, gossiping and accusing falsely your neighbors. The plan continues and I'm getting to the end. We are still at work. Amavubi are still at work. We have the Bagwanashaka. May they never come. May they never come to your house and you fail to give something, because there are those that even pour down their blood for us to live. I'm coming to the end. Let me conclude by dedicating to General Makanika. The words we do find in the song that Christians sang for faithful as they were in the user's market. He got killed as he was burying him. He sang a song saying that Mizego, you have been a good man. Rukunda Michel, you have been indeed a good man. Who served God. Who testified for his God when he was still alive. Your being faithful is what gave you the opportunity to be eternally with your God, your Lord. Rukunda Michel sing, even though you were brutally killed, you're still there now. You are in the Banyamulenge hearts, and you will forever be in the kingdom of God. May God bless you.